Wireframes these days are a bit of a waste of time. What is a wireframe? So, in traditional software and app development, in order to get the customer journey the right way, normally you will start with what you have on screen. So you'll have, say that we're building a travel app, and in the homepage we want to have like a header bar, search, want to have different cards, and so on. This is what is known as the wires. And with these, normally developers will get an understanding for what is it that we're trying to build from the get-go, especially talking to clients, right? That will transform into something like this, right? So something a bit more defined. We have some boilerplate over here, the search bar that we had before, etc. So it's kind of like we're mapping exactly how the user journey looks like. So we have a homepage, a hotel detail, trips, profile, and so on. So these are all of the different things that for a mobile app will be making the product quite robust. That will end up being this, right? So you might have seen some of these somewhere else, where you clearly have a home page, and everything links from the wireframe that we had before, right? This is just like giving all of the flavor that you wanted to your app. But now, this is a waste of time. Why do I say this? Because most people, especially if they've been in software for a while, or if they've been building apps for a while, they kind of know the main features that something needs to have. So if you're sitting in a meeting with a client and they say to you, I want to build this kind of app, you normally in your head have different features that need to be in there. The user and the client has different features in their heads. And so the best thing that I found that we can do these days is to actually build a mock-up of the system live that is clickable, that is touchable, because none of these is touchable till it reaches the end, which is over here. These two steps, this one and this one, are literally technical debt to me right now. And so we have things like Lovable these days, right? So if you don't know what Lovable is a fantastic platform that allows you to build whatever the hell you want from the get-go, pressing or prompting, right? And in this context, this might be a bit of an overstatement, because any of these platforms allow you to get from idea to prototype super fast. If you want to build something for production, it takes quite a bit of more work to get it done, and normally that requires like bringing it into your local environment and then doing some code and so on over there. So this is perfect for what I just said, something like building wireframes or actually clickable applications that people sign off straight away. Like you don't need to go through meetings and so on. It's just a way to remove friction from all of this, right? And so something that I wanted to share with you is how we are approaching building a custom CRM internally. As you can see over here, we have a demo, right? What we've determined that is important to us is pretty much on this dashboard over here. We want to be able to monitor how our email campaigns go out from the get-go. So we want to know how many emails we've sent, the open rate, the click rate, the reply rate, how many people do we have in nurture, the performance over time, where are we with the funnels this month, newsletters, as you can see over here. Like, there are lots of different things that we want to know from the get-go in terms of top campaigns and so on. All of this is mock-up data, right? And the idea behind this is like from the get-go, I know that we want to have a search bar, we want to search things, we want to have contacts, we want to have companies, we want to have a pipeline, and so on. And so this is what I wanted to get to you really, really fast, because the way that this starts for us, and I think the way that things are going forward, especially if you have an agency or anything that builds products for your clients, is rather than starting with all of this, which is a waste of time, work on something like this. What is it that the system needs to do? What are the core objectives? And what are the different phases that you have? So you have 3 stages over there. You have define the core objectives. That might take 30 minutes, depending on how well the client understands the problem that they're trying to solve and how well you know what you can provide for them really, really fast, or the features that they are missing. If not, you can always brainstorm with AI. There are lots of different applications out there that allow you to brainstorm all of this. So that's half an hour off, and it creates clear boundaries as to what it is that you're trying to build. Then you have the different phases, right? This is where your experience and expertise comes into play. So the essential over here is what do we need to get the product going and to get user feedback, right? Once you have all of these phases and all of this stuff, you come into Lovable and you say, hey, I want to build this. right? And if people are interested, we can get into the details of how to leverage these tools to actually do more things. I have several different apps, as you can see over here, right? Once you're comfortable with this, you can sit down with your client and say, listen, you remember that document that we talked about? These were basically the OKRs, or like objectives and key results that we wanted from this project. How do we go about, like, what is it missing from here, right? So like our pipeline, for example, we wanted to have the ability to drag things across. We want like a Kanban system, right? So everybody knows where things are. You know straight away, like the kind of things that you need from the card. So if you go at view details, actually this is a broken feature, but never mind. There are lots of different things over here that allows us to create what we need to deliver value to our clients. And so there's no point in going through Wireframes anymore. If you don't know how to use Lovable, I really encourage you to jump the ship and just get yourself the free account. Play with it a little bit. You, with 5 credits, you will basically be able to build half of this already. You will be able to significantly improve the speed that you can deliver for your clients. Let me know in the comments how it goes. If you want something else, just talk to me and I'll build something else on Lovable for you. Yeah. Till the next one.